guys, welcome to Brandy Reads Jackets, April 14th edition. So we are just kind of going over a few things. I'm actually going to read a couple of jackets in this episode just because, one, I can, and two, I think there's some really fun things that came out today, so I feel like we should talk about them. The first one that came out isn't really with a jacket, but I just kind of wanted to show you this book. When my publisher, when the rep came out for the publisher, came out to show me this book, I think it takes a certain kind of... Hi, Constance. You're going to be in one of my... You're going to be in the YouTube video. Bye. It's Constance. You're welcome. So when the publisher came, I just could not wait to buy this. I think it takes a certain type of humor, as I was saying, and I think, you kind of got to... my earring's just really stuck in my hair. You kind of really have to like sort of this wicked sense of humor. It's a kind of a wicked sense. And so this one's called Long Story Short, 100 Classic Books in 3 Panels. And so this is the cover. And it's just witty and fun, and it's a little dark. And I was just going to read one of them, and I, of course, when I bent it over, lost my little page here. So bear with me for 1 second. So it has everything. It's all classical books, all like books that are really, really well known, like Frankenstein, for instance. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. It says, "I made a monster." Huh? Gasp. Boy, do I regret that. Help, grr. I'll get you, mush. And it's just like this whole, and it's just sort of fun. So if you have a good reader in your house, or if you kind of like sort of this dark chuckling, there's one for Dracula, which if you know me, it's one of my favorite books. I love Dracula so much. So anyway, a lot of fun. I just think it's very witty, and it makes me chuckle as I look through it. Now, a book that came out today. Watch, I'm going to see if I can do it. Can I pass? Does it work? Does it look like she's just right here? No, it doesn't. Okay, Madeleine Albright's book came out today. Hell and Other Destinations, a 21st century memoir. It is signed first edition. Look at her beautiful signature. It's the signature of a busy lady. All right, here we are. Jacket 1. So it says, in 2001, 63-year-old Madeleine Albright concluded her service as America's first female Secretary of State. Rather than slow down, she launched a new career as an author, professor, businesswoman, speaker, and an activist in support of democratic institutions and values. Turbocharged ever since, she's classed with presidents and prime ministers, warned against the potential revival of fascism, and championed the cause of women everywhere, and labored relentlessly on behalf of people who lack the power to be heard themselves. A mother of 3, Albright was 39 when she landed her first professional job. "I had a late start," she says, "but once I found my voice, I was determined not to shut up. Every stage of life should be more exciting than the last." In this often rollicking account of her post-government afterlife, the former Secretary of State shares personal stories while also telling us exactly what she thinks of the current void in our world leadership. The danger of allowing lies to remain unanswered, and the debt owed to the old, by the old to the young. Albright, who describes herself as an optimist who worries a lot, urges us to have faith in one another. It is not our neighbors we should feel, she argues, but rather those trying to drive us apart. So this is out, and I have like 10 copies, I think. So get one. Thank you. This was my pre-pandemic order. I also want to share with you this book, The Other Bennett Sister. And first of all, the cover caught my eye. I really think the cover is quite lovely. And the story behind it kind of also caught my attention. So, inspired by one of the most beloved novels of all time comes the story of Mary, the bookish ugly duckling in Pride and Prejudice, as she transforms into a woman with passionate choices of her own. What if Mary Bennett's life took a different path from that laid out for her in Pride and Prejudice? What if the marginalized middle daughter of the Bennett family, the plain girl who takes refuge in her books, found a fulfillment to compare with those enjoyed by her prettier, more confident sisters? This is the plot of The Other Bennett Sister. Like every Austen heroine, Mary must learn that she can expect joy only when she has accepted who she really is, discarding the false expectations, the wrong ideas that have obscured her real nature. Only then does she have a chance at finding happiness. Only then does she have the clarity to recognize her partner when he presents himself. But Mary's destiny also diverges from those of her sisters. It does not involve broad acres or landed gentry. Instead, Mary's story transports readers into the bustling heart of pre-industrial London, with its cluttered storefronts and air of self-made aspiration. And though the story does include a great love, Mary must decide not only whether he is truly the one for her, but also whether domestic life is the path that she wants to pursue at all. In this boldly conceived and masterfully delivered debut, Mary Bennet is a fully rounded character, complex and conflicted, vulnerable and supremely sympathetic. She becomes the protagonist of her own life, and just in the nick of time experiences the satisfaction that comes from speaking one's truth, fearlessly and with her whole heart. Thank you, Janice. Awesome. Sounds great. Thank you. Till next time. Thanks for joining me. Stay safe.